Let's get right into the video. You clicked on this because you want to know how to do a front kick, one of the most basic kicks in any striking art, in any martial art period. You want to know how to do it. That's a great request. That's a great thing to know. Why would I want to know how to learn a front kick? Well, there's a lot of different reasons why. One, you might be a martial artist. Whether you're advanced or a beginner, it's always good to practice your basics or learn something new about your front kick. Or you could just be someone who wants to learn how to do something new with your body. You just want to add a new movement to a cardio routine or even your weight set. I don't even know. You want to pick up shadow boxing. You just want to do something cool and new with your body. I'm going to be showing you guys the way I teach students how to do a front kick, with some tips, some drills to improve your kick, and again, to help all skill levels get better. And these tips can work in a variety of martial arts. So to get started, we're going to be going into fighting stance. However you interpret that is how you can get into your fighting stance. If you're maybe a Muay Thai fighter, they kick usually with their front leg, or any variation of the art. You can even do it in a neutral stance to be more three-dimensional with the movement. At this point, it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So a reference, I'm just going to be putting my one foot in the back, and the foot that's in the back is the one that's going to be kicking. My hands are up, just because you always got to work on your form, baby. When you're practicing, don't have to lose your form. Not saying we have to kill ourselves, but why are you dropping your hands when you're practicing, bro? Keep your hands up. Easy. The first thing we're going to go over, and again, what I go over with my students, is what we call the front kick chamber. The front kick chamber is essentially just the knee part, or the first part of your kick. Essentially, what you're going to be doing is picking up your knee as high as you can go. As easy as that. And then ideally, you hold it for about 2 to 3, maybe even 5 seconds, and then hold it down. What you're doing here is you're beginning to lift your knee up. Where your knee is in your kick is where your foot is going to end up going. So if you have a low knee, you're going to have a low kick, which again is okay. Sometimes low kicks are valuable, again, depending on what art you do, depending on the situation of self-defense. A low kick is fine. The technique is what matters. But again, you have to know where you're going. I don't want you guys to have a low knee and then be like, well, why is my kick not high? Well, because your knee's not high. You need to point your knee up, pick that knee up all the way, and then you'll get a better, higher kick. So again, you don't have to kill yourself. Ideally, you eventually want to try to go for those high kicks because one, everyone likes to do those aesthetic high kicks. But then two, it's just always good to train that way. And you're going to pick up your knee. Ideally, again, hold it about 3 to 5 seconds. The reason why I also say to hold it is so you can work on that single leg balance. A lot of times, martial artists aren't used to still being on one leg, and that's very important when you kick, because you realize when you're kicking, what are you doing? Unless you're doing a jumping kick where you have no feet on the ground, what's happening when you kick? You have 1 foot on the ground, which is in essence a balance. Do a couple reps of that, 5 to 10, switch legs, 5 to 10, and then that's a good little warm-up. Next part of the kick is going to be straightening out the leg. It's going to be the actual kick. At this point, when you have your knee up in the front kick chamber and you have your knee to the desired level, all you have to do now is snap that kick out. Whether you're using a punching bag, you're going to the air, snap your kick out. Also try to work on that, again, that ideal foot position. That means having a tense foot, no wobbly, wiggly foot, and also, again, making sure you have the right part of the foot you're hitting with, whether it's going to be the bottom of the foot or the blade of the foot. They're pretty much only on the spot. Maybe more of a heel kind of front kick. That's 2. Basically, no toes. Those are, even if you're wearing shoes, we say that's a big no-no. So no toes right now, no toesies. Don't want to break your toe beans. I don't want that either. I've done that, broken 3 toes. The last part of the kick we're going to talk about is the snap. So essentially, the snapping is going to be the part from when your leg is straight to taking it back to that front kick chamber. The main reason right now we don't want, or that we're trying to snap our kick, is mainly so our opponent doesn't grab our leg and use it against us, again to trip us, whatever. You don't want that. You want to snap the kick, make it nice and quick, and strike. And if you see any other guys not snapping, the cool thing about martial arts and just fitness in general is they're not doing it wrong. That is the thing I'm trying to get at also, so don't worry about that. Point of reference, everything here, guys. Ideally, for most situations, I found that snapping my kick makes the kick a lot faster, a lot harder to read, and when we get more advanced into the chambers of a kick, you're allowed to mix and match your kicks, and boom, right back in your fighting stance, and that's the end of your kick. So again, we got front kick chamber, straighten out your leg, and snap it back. A point of reference that you guys can use for the snapping your foot to is we like to call it the heel touching the butt. So even when you're doing your front kick chamber, you want to try to emphasize your heel trying to touch your butt. I'm saying trying to snap your foot because for those of us who are blessed with thick back legs, some nice hammies, you know what I'm saying, and some nice calves, it's a little hard. For example, I actually literally, I'm close, but I can't touch my heel to my foot, or my heel to my butt, just because, yeah, I have decent built legs, so it makes it a little harder. And again, just different body types in general will have that issue. The goal is to try. So again, point of reference, try to make your heel touch the butt, snap the kick out, bring that heel back to your butt, and that's just another tool to help get that snap down extra good. Some more quick tips I can use that I can give you to either make your kick a little bit more aesthetic, or again, just working on some of those basics that we talked about. But one, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but keep those hands up. Again, those are basics that if you guys are wanting to start martial art, very important. If you guys are not, or you guys are experts, still important. And again, even if you guys aren't, it's just part of being engaged and active. Like, even when I'm not doing a martial arts class and I'm doing more of like a, let's say, a cardio kickboxing class or just a fitness class in general, I still recommend that my clients have their hands up, just because that just sends the right energy also into your workout. If you have those sloppy kind of down hands, it just kind of sends that same energy into your workout. So I feel like if you have active hands, it'll make a better workout. So even those of you who are like, I'm just using this for a workout, it's still valid to keep your hands up. Even if you're not using it for survival and you have to do a perfect little boxing stance, it's important to still have those hands up. 2, keep your back straight. Just important. We all forget that, especially as we get fatigued. It's a lot easier to start slouching your back, and that's just a no-no. Don't even have to begin with the examples of that, whether it's, again, more power, you're more stabilized, more balanced. All this good stuff comes from keeping your back straight. Classic. So a drill I'm going to give you guys to help improve your front kick is basically just going to be high knees. So the first drill we talked about was the front kick chamber, and that in itself I like to usually use as a drill. Again, I use it nice and slow, usually about like that 3 to 5 second hold. And again, it works on the students refining exactly where in the front kick is very comfortable for them, like where is their higher range, where is their medium range, where is their lower range. Plus, again, we work on that balance, that stability of being on one leg. That's different for everybody. So some people might actually be able to put the knee straight up on their shoulder if they're flexible enough, more on their chest. Some people might just have the knee come up, and that's okay. Again, the goal is as high as you can go and as fast as you can go. So we're working on our fast twitch muscle fibers. When you're doing your high knees though, remember, still having that good form. Ideally, still try to keep those hands up. 2, you want to try to keep that back straight. The way you format that workout or drill is up to you. A lot of times I like to add a little bit of cardio in it, and I like to do basically an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible for 30 seconds or a minute, depending on what I'm kind of feeling. You can do it more like an athlete, maybe do a 10 on, 10 off. That's another one I like to do a lot. Try to do 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10, count it out, and then I rest for about 10 seconds, same count it out. Whatever you want to do, however, whatever speed drills you want. Again, if you guys are experienced athletes and you have many kind of like time drills like that you like to go through, by all means, please use whatever's comfortable for you. Again, if you're a beginner, those are a couple of my favorite ones. Google other ones that you want to use. YouTube is a resource. If you're right here already, go Google something or YouTube it. Just make it fun. You can even just, again, keep it basic. Count it out. Just make it as fast as possible. Just keep it basic. I like when fitness is also basic. I love advancing stuff, and I love ain't nothing wrong with the basics, especially in martial arts. That's why I love martial arts, because over and over again you get told that the basics are king. Perfect. So now that you got a couple tips and drills, your front kick should be kick-ass. At this point in the video, you guys should have a kick-ass front kick, or at least a kick-ass routine to get that front kick down. Make sure you guys keep practicing, just like we're working on everything else. Consistency. Make sure you pick certain days that you want to practice your techniques. Doesn't have to be every single day, especially when you're starting. 3 days out of the week should be fine, especially maybe like 30 minutes to practice your kung fu and any techniques like that. You guys will be kicking ass. After that, you guys will be kicking ass. I promise. After that, you guys are going to be kicking ass. Guaranteed. After that, you guys are going to be kicking ass. Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you guys subscribe. I don't know what that does for anybody anymore on YouTube, but I mean, hey, if you guys want to see more YouTube videos, I got those coming up. I got plenty more kung fu videos that I want to share with you guys, and basically just help you guys out. I have a 17-year-long career in martial arts, about a little over 10 of that teaching, so I'm about finally time to get out there and start helping other people. Again, sharing some of my techniques, just sharing the beauty of like kung fu. That's specific art I do. That's the specific art that I do. I do Nga Kwen Kung Fu from the southern area of China. If you guys want to know more about that specific type, I know a bunch of the history, and I'm very close to the lineage of active Nga Kwen participants, so I'd love to share the actual like art with you guys. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments. Anything else that you guys want to see, please let me know. I'm also a personal trainer, so I'm also I was gonna say very knowledgeable about fitness, but basically martial arts fed into my love of fitness, so I know just as much to kind of help each other out. So I'm a little different of a weight coach, but I do have experience in the gym helping clients out with weights, and then I do also fitness classes, cardio classes. I'm pretty well rounded, I like to say. I'm jack of all trades in a lot of ways. But either way, if you guys are interested and whatever else you guys want to see, comment below. Let me know. I can't use that. That's somebody else's. I gotta come up with my own shit. God damn. I'll come up with something eventually. It just rings off the tongue. At this point, like, can Jeremy Johns keep that forever? Like, it's just so easy to say. Who knows? Anyway, I'll let you guys know. Again, if you guys have anything to say, comment down below whether you like it. Share some different ways you guys like to do your front kicks. Again, I said that this is a pretty three-dimensional thing, and if you guys do any type of different martial arts where you're like, hey, this differs for me, share them in the comments. Let people know. Make people better martial artists and open up their mind. Awesome, guys. I appreciate your time today. Keep practicing, keep kicking, and make sure you guys get some rest.